We're live.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Boob Tube, which means I need Casey Carter and Desirable Bottom because I fucked up my entire. I messed up. Woo! Woo! I'm full of fumbles on the play today.
Oh my god! I feel like I should run and go get my blue frames. I didn't know today was Blue Frame Day.
I wear them every week. Oh,
Yeah,
she's wearing blue ones too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, we can hold for you while you go get them.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes. Hey guys, welcome back. If you're here for the first time, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff. I am Kari Platinum Pizzy Anthony. And that's
I am Desirable Bottom.
And our missing person is Casey Carter. We talk about all things entertainment, movies, TV shows, video games. Desiree is our in-house video game expert. So
yay! Welcome back.
Yes, today is National Blue Frame Day. We should make that a thing. We should write to the national calendar, National Day calendar people and be like, hey, we should. I just got a really good idea. So that would be a great Blue Frame Day. Frame your face with blue frames. How's your week been? Let me guess. Work. But you're in the new space now. How do you like your new location?
My new space is really awesome. I'll take pictures and share the next time. I love it because I get to decorate it. I get to make it my own space. So I've got a picture in an acrylic painting of a cow that I absolutely love. It sits behind my desk, it's behind me. And then I have a double space. So in my other space, I've got two longhorn steer, one on either wall with long hair, and it is so un-Casey like, but at the same time I am loving
un-Casey like.
Well, because it's not what you would expect me to put on my wall. That's not the artwork you would expect from me. So yeah,
I don't know that I have any expectations.
Trust, I'm sure folks would be like, that's weird, but I'm obsessed. And then the rest of the office, because I basically picked out the artwork, so the rest of the office has these really really cool giant images of like trees, but it's done in a sepia. I'll take pictures so you can see, take video so you can see, because it's super awesome. I'm so happy, although the shenanigans from the place that I left continues. Yeah.
I thought we got away from all that.
We did, but apparently
dun, dun, dun. Yeah,
they follow you. It's like you have a guard at the door, and the guard keeps things from getting in. Not that there's not bad things when the guard is there. The guard is there, but the guard keeps bad things from getting in. And then when the guard leaves, all hell breaks loose and is absolutely insane. Well, I feel like that's what happened. True. I left the building. It's just, they're running amok. They're just,
But it's not your problem anymore, is it?
When you go into your Captain Save-A-Ho mode.
Yeah.
Wait, I know. I'm a mentor. Mentor, get it?
Yeah. I like
Because
it.
I'm trying to think if this. I know this is going to be really bad, but I keep talking. I'm gonna try to pull up a picture of what it
A
looks like.
security video, a
No, no,
security
no. A
video of what
picture
it's
of
like
what
in
it
your
looks
office
like
while
when I
people
go
are
to work
running
every
amok.
morning.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, keep talking.
So
Talk amongst yourselves.
I am on a mission for a healthier lifestyle. So I've been ordering, like, I've got my new blood sugar testing kit. I've got a blood pressure cuff now that's digital and it's Bluetooth and like all that kind of stuff. And like really trying to, I have planner sheets that I print out every day and I document like how many steps I've taken and just really being
A
positive
little bit more
and making the
conscious.
changes that I need to make because I'm diabetic
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to be diabetic no mo.
Right.
I don't
Facts.
like it. And the great thing about being type 2 diabetes is that you can beat it. And so that's what
Yeah,
I
you
want to
can
do.
reverse.
I'm giving myself till February 1st, 2025 when I turn 50. So
Bless.
wish me luck. It's hard. I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie.
Yeah.
It is
You can
really,
do it.
really hard when
I
you're
was
a
gonna say because
foodie.
I mean, because I have high blood pressure, and so there are lifestyle changes that have to be made in order to manage those things. Like I went to the doctor this morning, this afternoon, and I went in anxious because I'm like, I don't know what they're gonna say. I kind of think my pressure is up. Like I was physically anxious, and they were like, are you doing all the right things? I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then when she came to take my blood pressure, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just tell you right now, my blood pressure might be high because I feel a little anxious. And so she took it 3 times. She's like, no, you're good. I'm like, okay, well, I'm still feeling anxious. I still feel
I'll send you
funny.
the link. I'll send you the link for this. It was $30 and it was worth every penny. Worth every penny. Just having that peace of mind knowing that I'm not sitting like cuz like I have enough other things going on that like they're like you need to track your blood pressure because it's typical with people who
Mhm.
are diabetic to also have high cholesterol and high blood pressure.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah,
Yep,
so I'm tracking all of those things. So anyways,
yep. Anyway, so
ah,
that
Yeah.
being
we got
said,
some
all of you need to take care of yourself. We need you to show up and
Facts.
hang out
yes.
with us every week. And I found that having an accountability buddy, even though sometimes it could be a pain in the arse, having an accountability buddy helps. So we could use
We
you
are your
all.
accountability buddies. We need you here every Wednesday,
Mhm.
Alex,
Uh-huh.
Woo!
Christopher,
Every
Whitney,
Yep.
Zany,
And we need you
Jason.
asking how we're doing and whether or not we're on track.
We're gonna have a new little brief segment to
I like
discuss
it.
what little, not nothing, it doesn't have to be anything long, but just enough for us to like talk about how we're doing because
Hmm.
it's something we don't really talk about a whole lot, but it's
And it's
important and I think
healthy.
it's
Hmm.
very healthy and I think it's important that we share that with other people because they too are going through health issues and mental health issues and life
Yeah.
shit that makes it really 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 hard and we want to be a speck of light in whatever darkness someone may
Hmm.
be
They're
experiencing
facing.
and we're going through stuff too. We are
Right.
not untouchable
Right.
perfect personalities. Like we have life shit too.
Right?
So
Yep.
but
Right.
we have a jam-packed show. For once we are not talking about power aka raising Canaan,
Because they're not on
but
right now.
they're not on right now, which means we're watching a whole lot of other things, or at least we
Yes.
remember that we're watching.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I found some things as I was perusing Netflix and Hulu of some things that I'd watched that I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to put that on my list weeks ago. And it's
Hmm.
because when we are hyper focused, when we're watching Raising Canaan or Force or Ghost Book 2, which there are rumors that this next season could potentially be the last. Nothing confirmed, but there's rumors. Um, what are we gonna do?
I don't know.
We just get super focused, and it's
Yeah.
like we'll spend the whole show talking predominantly about that one thing. So yeah, without further ado, Casey,
Okay.
it is
So
Blue Glass Wednesday. You missed it. It's Blue Frame Day.
Blue Frame Day. All right. So here's what's funny. In my attempt to get this queued up, I messed up, and so here we go. We're working on something here, y'all. So y'all just bear with us. So my first show for today, and I'm gonna do this in honor of you, Des, because this wasn't what I was gonna do first. So my first show for today is Halo. I'm
Ooh.
not a big video game player. I love I love what it does for people, but I've never really played a lot myself. I mean, way, way back in the day, I played. I did.
Okay.
Um, but I came across this when I was watching something else on Paramount, and I was like, okay, when I finish the other thing, I'm gonna just eyeball this. I'm gonna check this out because I love a good sci-fi. I love stuff like this in general.
Mhm.
And so I started watching over the weekend. There's 2 seasons, and right now the second season is just started. Oh my God. I basically binged watched this over the weekend, and I had a 3-day weekend. Absolutely love it. And here's the funny thing. I use what's it called? GPS. Oh my God, why am I drawing a blank on the GPS right now? Give me a second so I can pull it up on my phone.
Ways.
I use Waze on my GPS,
Okay.
and
I know that because you're gonna say the
Master Chief
Halo
is the voice on my instructions.
Oh,
And
3 clicks
nice.
to the left. It's so cool. I heard it in someone's car, and it freaked me out because it was like, "You're going to take 3 clicks to the left. Watch out." And I'm like,
yeah, I it
"What in
is
the hell was that?" And
yeah,
he was like, "Oh,
it's
that's
pretty
my
cool. I
GPS."
so anyway, I absolutely enjoy this. I don't even really know enough about the game to know how accurate or whatever. It's just really well done, well acted, and I just love the special effects and all of that. So I'm in the second season. I think I'm in the first episode of the second season. Totally digging it. Totally digging it. And I, you know, next time I'll come with a little bit more to talk about. But I just wanted to throw this out there because I'm like, ooh, this was good. I like this. So yeah, Halo, Paramount. Oh, okay. Side note, I saw something in the news that said that Paramount, the streaming service, might not even be around that much longer because it's not being able to hang with the Netflix and the Amazons. So I've seen quite a
Ooh.
few really good shows on Paramount. So I hope it does stick around.
So it's funny that you mentioned that because I actually just did a purge. Like I go through every couple of months and I'll go and like, I don't need to be subscribed to this. I don't need to be subscribed to that. But I intentionally kept Paramount Plus because I thought I keep that one and Discovery because Discovery has like all that ID, like
Mm-hmm.
documentary, true crime, paranormal, which I don't watch paranormal anymore, but the true crime stuff is what I'm really into. So the Discovery and Paramount Plus made it. Everything else had to go. Like, I still have Hulu and Netflix, but I had I have Stars, but I got rid of, like, Showtime, and I got rid of, like, 4 or 5 different other ones that Peacock, and a whole bunch of other shit that I'm just like, I'm paying all this money, and it's actually more expensive than if when I had cable.
Well, here's what's funny. You just mentioned Showtime. So I used to stream Showtime because I personally don't have a show like cable with Showtime, but I used to stream it, and now they want you to pay to stream Showtime.
What?
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, gangsta, real gangsta.
They
And I just want
they
to,
sticking it.
I just want to roll back for a second. Hold on a second. I saw something. Um, this Resident Alien. So it's not on my list. But Resident Alien is on Netflix, and that was the other thing I binged watched this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah, was digging on that.
nice.
So,
Nice.
Kari, do I throw up your
Yep.
image?
Throw it up. Throw it up. I'm dying to talk about this.
Okay.
Not literally, but you know. All right. So funny story. When I started watching season 1, it did not resonate with me. And it was really odd because I had seen season 2. When I started watching season 2, I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, I've seen this." But now we're into season 3. I absolutely love this show. Now, my partner would tell you I may be just a little bit addicted to like big time drug dealer shows, and this is like a little bit different because it's not really about that. It's more based off of the character, um the main character. I'm drawing a blank on her name, but she is a fisherman police officer. So basically not the Coast Guard, but they police the sea.
Local,
And
yeah.
local in Cape Cod, and she is a party animal, and she has a drug addiction. She's also a
Ooh.
lesbian, and she's addicted to sex. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
she gets herself, it's like just when you think she's starting to like do really good and you're like, "Yes," she fucks up royally. Like
Oh no.
it's just, and it's really really a good show for me because I can't stand when things are very predictable. I need to have that no she didn't type situation. So for this, it's like just when you start getting complacent and like, okay, things are starting to get normal, and
Her
then
name
all
is
of a sudden
Jackie. I'm sorry, her name is
Jackie.
Jackie.
Jackie Quinones. Now I remember it. But yeah, she goes out on a binge. She's, having sex with anyone and everyone that she can get her hands on. And
She's on a whole phase.
Always perpetual.
always, that's all day.
But
So,
but I think
see,
if you set him up, Kari, to talk about the fact that the season opens with her having been on a binge, on a tear, and she doesn't
right.
remember what happened.
Oh.
So at the end of season 2, okay, so there's a couple of things real briefly because I don't want to talk about the whole show. We're not going to spend the whole hour talking about Hightown in place of Raising Cane. But there's a cop that's obsessed with, investigating, getting to the truth. He ends up with the drug dealer's girlfriend, baby mama. And season 2, so they had this little love affair, whatever, which the drug dealer told her to have relations with him or do whatever she had to do to get close to him. So it was supposed to be a setup, but she ends up, liking him. He likes her. He falls in love with her, whatever. But then she sets him up, and he gets kicked off the police force. So end of season 2, they're not speaking. His life is ruined. Like he's literally become a bartender. His life as a police officer, which is the only thing he ever wants to do in life, is be a police officer, is ruined. And all of a sudden at the end of season 2, she comes popping back and knocks on the door. So season 3 starts with this. Now they're like, and there's a reason why she does it, which we're not going to get into that. But like Jackie goes on a binge. She ends up smoking crack and gets so fucked up that
Oh,
she
no.
wakes up and her car is gone, her phone is gone, her keys are gone. She doesn't
She's
know.
jacked up physically.
She's
Oh
been like
no.
fucked up for days. It's not even just like one day, it's like
Right.
days. So the beginning of the season is her trying to figure out what happened. And in some of her pictures, somehow she figures out that she hung out with this girl. And now she's trying to find the girl. Come to find out, the girl is a prostitute. The girl has a pimp, and no one can find the girl. And Jackie becomes obsessed because she thinks the girl is dead, but she doesn't know for sure, and she doesn't know if she's involved. Like she has no clue what, where, why, when, and how. And so this season has been very interesting because every season she gets obsessed with something.
Something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because in the first season, the story starts out with a girl that gets killed by or gets, shot by some drug dealers. And there's a girl that was there, but they didn't know it because she was off in the bushes and she saw everything and can identify them. And then Jackie was the police officer or the fish person that found her because she showed up in the water. And so she becomes obsessed with finding this girl's killer. Season 2, I forget. It was somebody else, something else, whatever. And yeah, so season 3, it has been very interesting. And the storyline has shifted a little bit less about Jackie because now the last episode that I saw, Jackie found the girl and the girl just was smoking crack and didn't want to talk to her. So she's like bugged out because she's literally been like bowing up to this pimp.
Spiraling.
Right. Spiraling and like doing stuff that's majorly she could have lost her life. Like she's literally in the face of this pimp, like, I don't care, I'm gonna find her, blah blah blah. And all the time the other girl was hiding her while she was smoking crack. Like, and so now Jackie is just like blown away. But the thing that's like really building up right now is that Frankie, which is the drug dealer that got put in jail again, ends up getting he's about to get out. The baby mama who ended up having a baby with the officer is doing she's back at the club doing shit he doesn't know nothing about. The officer's having an affair with somebody else. Like, it's a whole mess. So
yeah,
check out Hightown.
It is very, very messy, but it is so good. I mean, like Kari said, each of these storylines is just explosive. Whoever they're focused on in the moment has a very dynamic storyline. I think, I think season 3 is the last one, but it is probably going to be, I think so, yeah. But it's going to be the best one. It's going to be the best.
So I have a question. What do you think about Osito?
That's the big dude, right?
Yes.
So here's my feelings were hurt when he got shot.
Me too.
My feelings
I
were
wanted
hurt.
so bad not to like him.
Yeah.
I wanted so bad because at the beginning he was kind of
a jerk.
He wasn't really like a jerk, but he wasn't a good guy. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't get to see who he was. You just knew he was like the muscle for Frankie. But through time,
and the chick he hooked up with, who works in the prison, she gave him that softer edge, kind of like with Marvin when he hooked up with the therapist or whoever it was.
Yeah,
that
the anger
out
management,
the softer side.
Yeah,
it's kind of
But no, he was soft in the first season because remember him and Junior. He was supposed to take Junior out, and instead he ended up taking out the other kid, Kizzle.
Yeah.
And he had a soft spot for Junior, and then now he's got a soft spot. This other woman has really made him. I don't want to say made him soft because he's still hardcore. Like, he's out there burning the little Shane and them white boys. He's burning their shit down. He's letting them know, like you said, war, cool, got you. But at the same time,
she definitely gave him that different. Well, that Putang will do things to you. You'll do things.
Yeah,
you'll be different.
Facts. All right,
check
out Hightown. Desiree, what you got for us, boo boo?
Okay, shout outs to Joe Steve, hot guy for you to enjoy, and biotech investor on X. Welcome to the live.
Hey.
And then so we're gonna talk about Borderlands. So Borderlands, I just found out it's got an all-star cast, including Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Edgar Ramirez, Ariana Greenblatt. Is
that Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yep, it is. Florian Mutino, Gina Gershon, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Yep.
Okay.
So a little bit of history about it. So it was set to release in 2015, and obviously it didn't release for whatever reason. Lionsgate first announced it, and now the sneak peek came out today, so you guys can see it. 2024. They released the trailer, and you guys, it's action packed and everything, so that's great to see. The film is based on the video game, if you guys haven't heard of it. So it's the same name. It takes place on an abandoned planet called Pandora, where people search for a mysterious relic, and then they adapted. It says the adaptation includes an all-star cast, including Kate Blanchett as the infamous bounty hunter Lilith, alongside Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Jamie Lee Curtis, and many more. So
that is an all-star cast. Wow.
If you guys haven't seen it, make sure to check it out. I haven't seen it myself, so I can't really say if it's good or not, but I'm gonna check it out, and I'll keep you guys posted. So
I love it. I love it.
Okay, and so is this, you said it was from a video game, right?
Yeah, so Borderlands has 1, 2, and 3, and then I think they stopped at the third one, I'm pretty sure. So it's kind of like my opinion, I think it's like apocalyptic, kind of like that a little bit. But I guess they said they're trying to find a relic of some sort and on an adventure, I guess. It looks like, it kind of reminds me of like Twisted Metal, like kind of like a show like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be like that, but I mean, these people look like they got gas masks on and like strappy outfits. And
okay.
We'll see what happens.
Well, up next on my list, that didn't change. Hold on a second. We're working here.
Christopher was talking about the Bob Marley movie too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hold on. I was just trying to get to that. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen it either, but it did look amazing.
I've heard good things about it. I haven't seen it myself either.
So this is Mike Epps, and oh my God, it's called, hold on, Ready to Sell Out.
Who is this guy?
I think is what it's called. Ready to Sell Out on Netflix. I actually started watching it today. I haven't even finished. Mike Epps has been around for like a million years because he in his show he mentioned the fact that he was 52. So he's been around quite a while, and a lot of us know him from Friday After Next Friday, all of that.
Yeah.
Day. But what was funny for me about this, and I haven't seen all of it, but there were a couple of things that he's talked about that immediately caught my attention, which made me put this on my list, even though I haven't finished. One of them is he's like 30 minutes into his show, and he started talking about the fact that most of his movie career, he was high on cocaine. I was like, wait, what? Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
And he talked about various movies where he talked like All About the Benjamins, for example. He's like, yep, there's this, that scene where he's skipping around or whatever. He's like, yeah, nope, I was high.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God. And he goes on this whole rant about being on cocaine, talking to his therapist asking, why do you like cocaine? He's like, because it smells good. I'm like, okay. Talked about the fact that because he was been on cocaine all his career, that he has no money, and that's why he's doing a show in Phoenix. He's like, I don't come to Phoenix. Like, who comes to Phoenix? So that caught my attention. And then the other thing he said that caught my attention was about Will Smith and Chris Rock, and because he was talking about women and how there are these women are bullies, and he mentioned Jada being a bully. And he said that everything was cool with Will until Jada gave him that look, and he knew he had to get up and go handle Chris Rock. And so he was like talking about the fact that friends asked him, well, what would you do if he had done that to you? He's like, I'd have fell out on the floor and started having a seizure. I'd have got me that that big Willie money, and I had to laugh because I'm like, I. So many people have talked about the fact that that was an assault, and he got away with assaulting Chris Rock in front of millions of people, and so it was funny to hear, Mike say, "Yeah, I would have gotten paid. There's just no way you're going to slap me, and it's not
Right.
going to be a problem." But it's funny. Like Mike Epps isn't necessarily one of my favorite comedians, but it was definitely funny.
I will say this. I have been a fan of Mike Epps for a long time because he has openly said, or I don't want to say openly said, but he's always been like supportive of big girls. And for me, he's even got a song. I forget what it's called, like Big Booty something, but I love that. You know what I mean? Like I
He
love
references it in the
when
show. He does.
yeah, I love when people are supportive. Like I forget who I was watching and they were like really really supportive of LGBT. It was Monique. And when you're supportive of other groups of people, whether you're involved in that group of people or not, I just really resonate with that. And there's a lot of people that do make, I don't want to say fat jokes, but like say they're supportive of the plus size community, and they still make jokes that I feel are like really tasteless. And I don't know, like some of the things that Mike Epps has said, I'm like, borderline, but his comedy, I guess maybe because he was on the cocaine. His com his comedy his comedy to me is just like some of the things he says are funny, and I loved him and how like, All About the Benjamins. One of my favorite parts of a movie is when he's getting doing the lottery numbers and he's like, "Do do 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 45."
Yeah.
I love that part,
Yeah.
so yeah,
He
I'm gonna
specifically
have to watch this.
references that scene too as a high moment. Because he said by that point he had been up for 3 days straight.
Damn, that's insane.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
So Netflix, it literally just came out. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Next up for me is we're gonna talk about the Monique special. There was a lot of controversy about it. A lot of people said it really wasn't that good. I thought it was good, but I'm also a big fan of Monique, and I like that Monique. The funny thing for me was when Monique talked about being in special ed, and I was like, it takes a lot of
Yes.
balls to get up in
Yeah.
front of people and own something that most people would be
Embarrassed about.
Ashamed of.
astronomically
Yeah.
embarrassed and ashamed of. So
Facts.
that part for me, and her stories about her family were funny. And so I don't know why people didn't think it was that good. I thought it was, I mean, it didn't have me on the floor crying like some of the other comedy specials, but I thought it was very tasteful and funny. And she didn't spend the whole time talking about the things that have been going on with like Tyler Perry and Oprah and Lionsgate and all these things. Like she
And the
made it a
fact that
couple
she
little
basically
jokes.
got blacklisted.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
blacklisted her. And it's like, and
That's
I
insane.
liked it. I thought it was funny. In in fact, she talks about, the special ed thing a lot, and
Mhm.
like, there's this one joke that I thought was really funny. And of course, I resonate with her because I live in Baltimore and she's from Baltimore, and she makes this comment about if you're from Baltimore and you meet somebody from the East, like East Baltimore, then those people can fight. And I laugh all the time because I live in West and my partner's from East, and I'll say stuff like, "Oh, I'm going to this part," like I'll say like the road, but I don't know where it's at. Like I don't know that it's on East, West, South. I don't know. It's just in Baltimore. And he'll be like, "You don't want to go there. That's on the East." And I'll be like, "Oh." Like Monument Street. There's this street called Monument Street, and it's like the mecca of everything that could go wrong in a city. This is Monument Street. And so yeah, when I was watching Monique, I was definitely resonating with that. Living in the place that she's talking about made a lot of like connections. So I enjoyed it. I definitely think you should give it a shot. I really It gave me a chance. I'm not gonna lie, when the stuff with Monique first came out, I was kinda like, "Okay, Monique, you're just doing too much." But now that I'm, like, really seeing how things played out, I think she was done unfairly, and I think that she had every right to be out of like, for her to be as hype about it, and it's sad because, like, she said in one of the interviews that I watched about her where there were people that said that they would have her back, and when this happened, they did not, and I really resonate with that right now, so anyways, yeah, watch Monique.
It was for me. It was funny because I too am a fan of Monique, having seen her way back in the day, and I think what I enjoyed was that she was gone, poof, like she never existed. And when she came back and did this special, I thought it was hella funny in terms of her transparency and just that reminder of, oh, no, 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 no. She's funny as hell. I don't care what y'all say. She's funny as hell. And she's always been outspoken. And I definitely thought, it was unfair to do her the way she did. Now, I also always say folks need to know when they're about to cross the line when you
Right.
are expressing yourself. You need to know. Nobody's saying that you can't have your thoughts and your feelings, but you do also need to be aware of when maybe you're about to cross the line, and you need to decide whether you're ready for the consequences of crossing the line. But
Facts.
that being said, listen, we celebrities get trashed by other celebrities every day, all day. Every day, all
Look
day.
at Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Right. Right? Like,
Some
look
of
at
them don't just get trashed, they get punched or
Cat
slapped.
Williams out here putting stuff in the streets that's not supposed to be in the streets. So you cannot have that much money and be that sensitive. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say what I'm about to say, which is African Americans cannot afford to trash other African Americans. It's too hard to get ahead to have one of our own trash, like pull old girl to the side, invite her over to the house, make her some food, and say, "Now, Monique, get your shit together. What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" But to prevent her from making money, that's some bullshit. I don't like that. We don't have to all agree. You don't have to come to my house for Sunday dinner. You don't have to invite me to any of your parties. That's all well and good. But to
Right.
prevent somebody from making money because you got your feelings hurt is trash. I don't like that.
Fuck
I don't
your
care who you are. I don't
feelings.
like that.
I think, I forget what I was watching, and I wanna say it was, the Shay Shay Club Shay Shay, and that was one of the things that was brought up is, like, we can't talk about racism and how other people treat the African American community when we're doing this to each other, and he's like, "I'm really disappointed at the people that could have been there for you but weren't, or, blacklisted you or whatever," and, like, and the big mention was Oprah and Tyler, who are huge power players in this industry, and it's like, why is it that you get to a certain level of success and you become like the people you claim oppressed you?
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, I get it, and I felt for Monique, I felt for Cat Williams, I feel for people like that because, like, Taraji, she talked a little bit, on Shay Shay about the Taraji situation because she was like, "My heart goes out to her, she's a good girl, blah, 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 but, I said this 10 years ago. Why is it because Taraji says it, now it's relevant and it's important and now we should be paying attention to it?" But at the same time, I'm like, "Yo, like, we can't tear Taraji down. She's just coming back and confirming." In fact, that's how you should feel is like, finally, somebody is fucking confirming everything that I said,
Mm-hmm.
which is why Monique strategically came back. Like, yeah, now what? Now you got multiple people confirming that what I said was true. So,
Mm.
now what? And I think it's actually, to be honest with you, I think it's very brilliant of Monique. I think it's very smart to come back in the midst of all of this and be like, all right, well, guess what? I'm still a talented comedian. She's an excellent storyteller. And
Absolutely.
congratulations and kudos to you.
Yeah.
So
I
I
mean,
agree.
it's
I agree.
and the sad thing is The Color Purple was very well done, huge success. Love to see Oprah do that, but at the same time, I'm still gonna be like, don't step on people so that you can
right.
be successful. Don't you? There's as successful as you are, there is no need to come down off your pedestal to squash Monique. She's not where you are to the extent that she could affect your money, but you certainly can affect hers.
Well, and that has a lot to do with ego.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Hmm.
part for me that is so bothersome about all this is like you guys have everything at your fingertips, but I'm gonna tell you what it is. What I think it is. My theory is when you get into certain spaces and you're rubbing elbows with certain people, you have to put on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey put on the front. There were other people that were like, you need to get a handle on this. And unfortunately, by getting a handle on it was to silence her and blacklist her and to be like, you need to let people know that this needs to be an example.
Right.
And, it took 10 years for somebody else to come out and say something to confirm that what Monique was saying was true. And I'll be honest with you, I think that the way that Monique handled it also was a bit problematic. Not not saying she didn't have the right to say what she had to say or to feel how she felt, but the way that she was just so blatantly outspoken about it just wasn't a successful strategy. And, we'll never know had she handled it differently how it would have happened, but
Right.
she's living in her truth. She's speaking her truth and you can't fault her for being upset and publicly being like this is some bullshit. So,
Yeah. So, anywho, I saw that
She
special
just
and it was very good. It was very good.
yes,
she
I
just
enjoyed it.
she just wants some validation.
She just
Mm-hmm.
wants to be heard and
Facts.
seen and like,
Yeah, exactly.
she worked so hard for her career and in a moment it went up
Gone.
in smoke. So,
Yeah.
what you got for us, Desiree? I know you got something on
Okay.
that list.
Okay, so I've been watching a lot of anime too. So there's a site you can go on called animewave.to. You can do like watch parties and stuff if you guys want to do
What?
stuff like that. Yeah, it's
Watch
really
parties?
cool. So there's like a whole bunch of animes. So some of them are subbed, some of them are dubbed, which means
Mm.
it's Japanese but English subtitles. Like there's a whole bunch of subtitles if you want French or if you want Japanese, if you want Korean, if you want Vietnamese.
Oh,
I had
that's
to
your
throw
favorite,
that.
isn't
That's
it,
our inside
Desiree?
joke, y'all.
Yeah, I had to throw it in there. So
Say some Vietnamese for us.
I can't. I need Google Translate. So So I just recently been watching. It's called Sengoku Yuko, and what it is it's about this whole like team of people, but they don't realize they're like it's kind of like half breeds. So because they got like special powers, right? So it's kind of like I don't know, like not Marvel, but like that those kind of like superhero movies where they're like half they got special powers or whatever. So, anyways, there's this like it's a like they're two best friends and the one is like it's like a wolf or something and then the other one has another special power and then they come and meet more people with other powers and stuff,
Mm.
so they have to defeat like these like main people. They're kind of like bosses or whatever you want to call them. Like that's the most that I can really like suggest it as or whatever, relate it to, you know what I mean. And then so a new season just came out yesterday and I'm super excited to see it. I'm gonna watch it probably after Boob Tube. And yeah, so I'm gonna check that out. It's pretty dope. It's got like there was like a whole barrier thing, and there was like this spirit that was protecting the area. They said they wanted to protect it because they didn't want the village to go through like move on. Like it was more or less like people were just like didn't want things to move forward in life. Like it doesn't matter if you have a death. Like a lot of people struggle with that, you know, like they can't move forward or they can't move on. But it's good. It's healthy for you to move on and grieve and, you know, let that go and let live, right?
Gotta live.
So
Well, gotta
yeah.
live while you're still here.
Yeah. So anyways, the one go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so the one character was like just like hug the little spirit who was like protecting the area, and then that's all the spirit wanted. That's it. They were like, nobody never like said thank you for protecting the area and like just letting me know, and then the spirit went away, poof. And then the barrier came down and they were able to go, you know, on their journey and go to the next thing. So it was really neat. Yeah. So it's free. You guys can watch it again. It's on Anniewave.to. If you guys like anime, like I said, there's One Piece. There's a whole bunch of different animes that you might want to check out. Might not. I don't know if you guys are into anime, but if you are, it's free.
I'm not necessarily into anime, but what's fascinating to me about anime is before I released my first book, I went to Barnes and Noble to look at what book covers looked like on the bookshelves and what book covers drew my attention. Literally, the animes had the best covers. They had the best covers, the most sort of eye-catching and all of that. So just from that perspective, I've always been somewhat fascinated.
The art is amazing, and I'm gonna say too, they have another site on that site that they promote, and it's like manga, which is kind of like comic book style. Yeah. Yep. So it's another free site. So if you guys haven't caught up on any manga, or if you want to like read into the manga side, again, there's another free site that you guys can check out too, and it's got everything pretty much as well. So it's pretty dope.
I was gonna say, I was on Hulu, and there is a show called Prison Wives Club.
Wait, I gotta write that
And I just
down.
thought it was funny, and I wanted to share that and chuckle. But Casey, what you got for us? I know you got some more stuff on that list.
Down. Prison Wives
Club.
I mean Hulu. Okay, I gotta write that down. So,
that's a funny name.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a where am I at? So here's the other thing that I'm watching on Netflix. House of Ninjas. When Des mentioned about things being dubbed and subtitled, I grew up watching, and I'm gonna say this based on how we used to say it as a kid. I grew up watching kung fu movies, and they were all dubbed. And if you're as old as I am, that right there, I was gonna say, if you're as old
I'm going
as
to
I
kick
am,
your ass.
People like tell jokes about the fact that, you know, the actor's mouth is moving, nothing happens, you hear nothing, and then all of a sudden you hear this whole sentence and you're like, oh wait, his mouth didn't even move that long. But anyway, House of Ninjas on Netflix, super cool, super cool. So the setup is, there's this family that lives out minding their own business. They've got a little sake factory, and you know, it's mom, dad, son, daughter, and a young son, and grandma. And they seem very ordinary. As the dad says, you know, we're ordinary, we're regular, we're ordinary people. And the grandma's always like, yeah, all right, whatever. But as it turns out, they are a family of ninjas. And the only one who doesn't know is the little boy. But it's interesting from the standpoint of they're in this house because they decided they were not going to be ninjas anymore after their oldest son was killed on one of their missions. And everybody's living with the fallout from that incident. And one by one, except for the dad. But one by one, they start to find themselves back in the ninja business in one way or another. So the teenage daughter, she's busy stealing museum artifacts and then taking them back. And the son, the older son that's left, he's, doing some investigative work with this woman who's like an investigative reporter. And then the mom, she full on goes back to her ninja spy um role, and she's doing, she's working without the dad knowing. And the grandma, not exactly 100% sure exactly how ninja she is, but she's ninja. Because there's a scene where she and one of her girlfriends are sitting at a table and they're looking at each other, and it's like, and the other one's like, and the grandson is watching like, what the hell is going on? Like, these two women are having a full-fledged conversation, no mouths move, no words spoken, but they seem to know exactly what they're talking about. So again, this was another one of those things that I started binging. I haven't finished it yet, but totally enthralled with House of Ninjas on Netflix.
It's one of those conversations like when you get with one of your girlfriends that just knows you, and it's like when you're talking about someone and you don't want other people to know that you're talking about them, and you just have that like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's
that
like when your
part.
head is this way and your eyes go that way, and you just
Right.
sort of lean your head. I mean, because let me tell you something. I had to teach my daughter. I'm like, I'm gonna need you to learn how to do this, okay? I don't want to have to speak. I need you to look at me and watch what's going on.
Pay attention.
Es-
Pay attention. Pay
Especially
attention.
if we out in these bars drinking, because if I talk, it's gonna be loud. I already know. So I need you to keep up, okay?
So I started watching. I saw the preview for it, and when I saw the preview, I was like super geeked to watch it, but I can't get into it. It's called Feud: Capote versus the Swans, and it looks like it's a Real Housewives from back in like the 60s, 70s, and like this is based on true stories. So these are like people that were in high society New York, like the original housewives. And I don't like it. It's not
Ooh.
like
Why? What's wrong?
I don't know, like it's just it's giving me I don't know. I don't it's just I guess every type of story has a right time and a place.
Okay.
And this isn't the right time and a place. I'm not saying it's not good. It's just at this particular moment. I don't know if it's because I'm going through like my healing journey or my healthy journey or for whatever reason, because the paranormal stuff doesn't intrigue me anymore either. So like whatever shift I'm in,
Hmm.
it's just not doing anything for me. But I sure as heck like watching Jackie on Hightown go out on these binges and act a fool. But the feud Capote, so it's basically like high society New York, and these women get together and they, gossip and whatnot. But there's um, this gay guy, super flamboyant gay, who implants himself into the group. But he does so, he's a reporter, book writer, whatever, but he does so with the intention of taking that information and then he writes novels about it. And so that's
Ooh.
really where it gets messy, is because, these women are hurt by the fact that they trusted him, and he takes the private personal information and exposes them. And but it has an all-star cast. It has Demi Moore and what's that? Diane Lane. Who else is in it?
Is it a recent movie or is it older?
It's a show. It's a
It's a show.
series, and it's
So
recent.
it's
It
and
just
so
came out.
it's these women in today. Like, I
It's
guess what I'm saying is
it
Demi is old is what I'm getting at. So it's
Yes, Demi is
today's Demi.
old, but it's a new show.
Okay, okay.
It's a new
Okay.
show.
Interesting.
And so I don't know if that like I would think that that would intrigue me or that the show, and it's not that the show wasn't written well, or I don't know, maybe I need to go back and try again, but at that particular time that I tried to watch it, it just didn't stick. It was like if I had to choose between Hightown, it's like I guess certain shows just
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I tried to watch it. If you're watching it, let me know what I'm missing. I don't know, like, maybe I missed something, but I tried. I tried to watch. It couldn't keep my attention for a full episode, and I'm just like, mm. So
Wow. Okay. Oh
it
well.
is what it is.
It is what it is.
Feud. It's
And it's
called
also
Feud.
that time.
Capote versus the Swans. Yes, it is about that time. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Woo!
And of course, we can't leave before telling you about the new Exotica dates. April 12th to the 14th in Chicago, Illinois. June 28th to the 30th in Miami, Florida. October 25th to the 27th in Edison, New Jersey. And December 6th in my backyard, Washington, D.C. Ladies Free Friday. Go get your tickets at EXXXOTICA.tv and make sure you're following Exotica on all of their social media. But also, it is the third or fourth. Fourth. Well, it doesn't matter. On September 13th to the 15th, 2024, you can go to the 420 Expo, the best and only East Coast cannabis-based expo. Go to 420expo.com to get your tickets and follow them on social media, the 420 Expos. And
It's them pink boxes.
put your fingers in our boxes. I mean, go follow us on our pink boxes.
Oh yeah.
You can follow me on X, Platinum PUZZYR, and the number 1111. That's it, y'all. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all of you that show up week after week after week. We will be turning 4 in April.
Wow.
4.
Can you believe
4
that?
years. 4 years we've been doing this.
Okay, so ladies, I want to really put that in perspective. Flashback to that hellified year 2020, the COVID year.
I just remembered Tiger King.
Oh my God.
we
should just go back to that, right?
We should do it. Yeah, we should
go back
do
to
a
that.
flashback.
But
yeah,
this is what I want to put in perspective for all of you. When Exxxotica decided to fill the airwaves with Exxxotica stuff because we couldn't get together live and in person, there were a bunch of programs, new programming that hit EXXXOTICA.tv on YouTube. I need for y'all to recognize we's the only one still here.
And we are here, I'd say, I think we miss maybe 3 or 4 weeks, like 3 or 4 episodes a year.
Right.
For random, like maybe Exxxotica or, random stuff.
All
but
the
like,
Exxxoticas. So it
we
might be,
do
it's
it
going to be more than 4 episodes because it's definitely all the Exxxoticas.
Yeah. All the Exxxoticas and like, okay, so maybe like 40 shows a year.
Yes, that's fair. That's fair.
That's about fair.
That is fair. And let me tell you, a lot of the reason we are still here, first and foremost, more than any other reason, is because y'all show up every week to watch us.
Absolutely.
The number 1, 2, and 3 reason we're still here. And I think the other reason that we're still here is because Jay doesn't have to babysit us anymore.
But to be fair, he did stick with us for like 3 years.
A long time.
Yep.
He was here for a long time. But we definitely are still surviving because we can now breathe on our own.
Yeah. So I just wanted to put that in perspective for all of you that watch us. We do this because of your support. Like, we show up because you show up. And because you show up, Exxxotica still lets us come out and play with you all.
Motivation.
So I want to say thank you just based on that. Oh, hold on. Let me get you some applause here. Let me get the
Yeah.
applause.
Sound effects.
Yeah.
What the hell? Hold on.
Our crowd is sick.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Hold on. We're gonna
There
need
we
you to
go.
do better.
There
There
we
we go.
go.
There we go.
Those applause are
That's
for
better.
all of you who come and watch
Yes.
us, whether it's here on YouTube or whether it's here on X. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Couldn't do
Yes,
this without,
thank
well,
you.
I mean, we could do
Big
this without you,
heart.
but it wouldn't be as much fun without you. So, yeah.
Yes. I don't know that
Anywho,
we would show up if we didn't have anybody to talk to.
we'd still
I
be
mean,
here
I know
talking
that
to
it
each other.
records. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But I mean, I have to say we have like a little boob tube family.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Jason, who's here every week.
Every week.
Zany, Whitney,
Special shouties.
Christopher,
Mm-hmm.
Alex, Lorenzo,
Mm-hmm.
Toxic Goddess.
Yep.
Axel
gotta,
Foley. I don't know what happened to him. He hasn't been around for a while, but you still family, bro.
we still family.
You still family.
Yeah, still family. He get an
We
invite to
still
the
love
reunion.
you. So
He get an invite
Jay
to the
when
reunion
he
for
peeks
sure.
in or if he lurks the stream. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, anywho, y'all, Kari got stuff to do, so we gotta go.
Bless.
yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and share it on your social media so other people can find out about BoobTube and perhaps tune in. But we will see you next week, same time, same bat channel, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Back to you, Casey.
Peace